Yeah, y'all. We back with the Oddcast podcast here. You know what I mean? We doing part two, man. Part two. Yeah. Let me see. Word. Word. Okay. I just flow and flow, and if you come to my show, the Lassie takes up at least 7 rows. The stadium's packed up, more paper is wrapped up. Suckers who play you too tight.
Waiting for Al to come back. People.
Yeah.
What's good? So we back with part two, man. So last segment I was asking you, we were talking about the album or whatever that was recorded. What was we talking about and shit? My bad.
Nah, we was talking about how many joints I had.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So I was saying that I had like 15 joints, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was trying to get like 20, 25 joints and pick the best 12. You know what I'm saying? So I was naming them, but
okay. So what caused this record not to come out?
Me and the label, we wasn't on speaking terms after a while.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now this the part when things get funky, like I'm starting to learn my lessons a lot more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And as I'm doing that, I'm going to shows and I'm building before the show. You know what I'm saying? You know, the white man, the devil, and da.
Right?
Yeah, yo, Paulie, there was that one.
They wasn't ready for that type of talk. I know they wasn't ready for that type of talk.
I wasn't talking to them, though. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to my listeners, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wasn't talking to them, but you know what I mean? We was at a show in Montclair, and we let Suicide open for us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Suicide came up there to support us. You know what I mean? So,
shout out to Kyra.
What's up, Kyra? You know what I'm saying? Suicide came to support us, man. So they was like, yo, you think that, you know, y'all could let us open for y'all? I was like, yeah, I'm going to talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? So they said, okay. You know what I mean? They let Suicide open. You know what I mean? Then we go on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm quoting lessons before I go on. It was like a prayer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
You know how DMX do the prayer at the end of the show? I used to quote the day's math before I start my show. You know what I mean? And they started getting offended by that, man, and we started having words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they started wanting us to go more of the dance route. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, they released Can't Escape the Hypeness because Check the Footwork was on the flip. They felt like maybe, you know, that song might luck up and do well. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad it didn't. It was 10 bars.
Really?
That's how bad I didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But they kept
like instrumental. What was the rest of it?
It was a club record. It was a dance record. It was a boom, boom, dum, 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 dum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do it, hey. You know what I'm saying? It was that type joint. You know what I'm saying? It was that type vibe. They wanted us to go more in that direction. Yo, I'm not into that type of music. You know what I'm saying? It's just me though, not knocking nobody else that's in it, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't do that type of music, man, and it caused friction. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why they sent us to that producer house that we went and messed all the shit up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we didn't really want to do that, man. We wasn't on that. You know what I'm saying? And it caused friction, man. They was trying to do one of those joints, and that just wasn't us. So, you know, everything went silent to the point where I was like, okay, I ain't talking to them. They ain't talking to me. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't paying for studio time or nothing no more. Like all production shut down. All communication shut down.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I did was I got Science and I got All. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who I was sparring with anyway. You know what I'm saying? I got them, and we formed another group while I was on contract. You know what I'm saying? So
Really?
Boulevard Posse was over here on Scorpio, and I formed the group with Science and All and Plex called Boulevard 682. You know what I mean? Boulevard Bad Boys.
You had the Boulevard in the front, though.
Oh yeah, we gonna keep that everywhere we go. You know what I'm saying?
Feel you? That's the stamp. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Boulevard 682 was more direct. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was exactly the corner. You know what I'm saying? And the music was, everything was just came off. All the gloves came off on that. We was talking what we talk. You know what I'm saying? We was saying what we wanted.
Now you're talking about the songs like "Hit 'Em with the 1-2" and "Escape from the Jersey Garden."
Earthquakes from the Garden State.
I'm sorry, my bad.
That's right. Earthquakes from the Garden State. You know why I love that? I felt that was on the line of Nothing But a G Thing. I always compared that.
Okay.
I was like earthquakes, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit be humbling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we named it that because New Jersey ain't known to have earthquakes. California is.
Right.
So we saying we starting it over here, man. We going shake some shit up. You know what I mean?
All right, so Tony D produced those as well, or who you had on? Who you had producing up?
Absolutely, man. Tone did all of these, and Tone got in another bag too with his production.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
man, he was always dope, man.
Nah, Tone was dope, yo. Tone don't get his credit, and I mean like worldwide. Tone don't get his credit. Tone supposed to be with the Premiers and the Marleys, man.
Yeah, he was ahead of his time. Because he was right there with them. You know what I mean? Sound wise, beat wise.
Yeah, he got a lot of successful joints, man. Like albums.
Right.
Even by yourself, he got breakbeat albums. He got joints overseas, man. Like. Right. Yo, and I'm gonna say it on record. I don't give a fuck. Like, yo, Naughty by Nature stole Tone shit, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So talk about that, man, because I remember back in the day, man, and y'all out there who can go back that far. Remember, Tony D and YZ had the song "In Control of Things," and it had the piano riff in there. You know what I mean? It had that in there, and I remember. They came with a song. Tony D put out some kind of breakbeat album, and he had a song on there with YZ, and YZ was coming at Gangstar. He was coming at Big Daddy Kane, Lakim Shabazz. He was naming all the cats that used that beat. So, for those that don't know, man, I know you was kind of on the had like an inside view of that shit, man. So what what I mean? What went down with that, yo?
Let me tell you this. Tone joint was called Adam's Nightmare. I heard it first from a group from Marsville. They was called Ministers of Black.
Okay. I know that name.
Yeah, they was on Warlock. They had a song called Inside Story. You know what I'm saying? It's MOB, it's the Inside Story. Come on, let me show you what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Tone did it with them first. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, they record didn't come out. So what Tone did was took the instrumental and put it on his breakbeat album. You know what I'm saying? It's the first song. It's the first song on his breakbeat album. It like what tapes was like side A, side B. When you turn it over to side B, the first song is called Still in Control. I heard YZ talk about this in his interview, you know what I mean, a couple weeks ago. He did Still in Control, where they came at Flavor Unit. When he said Big Daddy Kane stole it, Lakim Shabazz stole it, Gangstar stole it.
The whole thing control.
So then when Tretch came out, Tretch had took shots at YZ. Why did Tretch take a shot at YZ? Because YZ and Tone did the joint, you know what I'm saying, where they was mentioning their names in the Flavor Unit. You understand what I'm saying?
I remember Naughty by Nature had the OPP Michael Jackson sample. Tony, that was on Tony D breakbeat album.
That's what I'm saying. So this the point that I'm making.
Yeah.
If they heard YZ and Tone on Still in Control. They had to hear the OPP beat because it was the same album.
On the same shit.
It's same album. There's no way you cannot hear that, but you heard YZ and Tone come at them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Now, I'm not trying to start no beef with Z, and it don't have nothing to do with that, but we talking about Tone. Tone got accused a lot, you know what I mean, because he was saying people were stealing his joints. I understand about the samples. You can use the same samples, but OPP is just too close to Adam's Nightmare.
Yeah,
it's too close.
That was.
It's too close, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's no way, and there's no way KG didn't hear that, man. There's no way KG didn't hear that, but they heard that diss record, yo. You know what I'm saying? There's no way.
My bad, not to cut your wisdom, but you also remember in Gangstar's song "Take It Personal," Guru he said, "Rap is an art. You can't own no loops. It's how you hook them up in the rhyme style. True. Don't even think you could say someone bit off your weak beat on your beat and quit." That was coming at Tony D and YZ, bro.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, rest in peace, Guru, man. I love Gangstar, yo.
I love Gangstar too. You know, like I said, we ain't trying to start now. We just talking about, you know, talking about early rap, 90 rap shit, man.
I'm talking about that Adam's Nightmare, that OPP beat, bottom line. All the other stuff, all right, cool. But that beat right there, they got some tone, bro. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing different, man. You know what I mean? But, you know, off of that, man, you know what I'm saying? Tone did his thing, man. Tone should be mentioned with the greats, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he was on MTV Raps. He had videos. I remember I was checking out the Check the Elevation video. All y'all was in that shit, yo. Y'all was in there looking like y'all was like 16, 17, son. Word.
Yeah, that was the first video that I was in, man. I'm smiling. I'm like, dang,
Rozzy was in there. Man, Wild, everybody, man.
Yeah, my man B Fine. You know what I'm saying? B Fine, the Funk family. My man, the Hillbillies was in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had fun that day, man. I remember that day like yes, that was my first time on camera, man. You couldn't tell me nothing. I didn't care who was rhyming.
You can tell. You can tell. Everybody, y'all look like y'all had y'all look like y'all was having mad fun. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was laughing, having a good time. But go ahead, though. Yeah.
Especially when that camera hit you. You like, ooh, somebody gonna see me. You know, you be like, boy. I think Tone don't get his just due because he, you know what I mean, he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, man. You know what I'm saying? I think talent wise, man, he's a hip hop genius, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's really talented, man. You know what I mean? He was very ahead of everybody here. You know what I'm saying? When I first heard his demos, like Chino G and them, they joints were sounding like records. Our shit was sounding like trash. You know what I'm saying? Our shit was sounding like we was in the closet. They shit was sounding like they was on the radio. They was already on Tommy Boy and stuff, releasing singles before we was even like, we was like, damn, they was advanced, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was advanced, man. So, you know, Tone was advanced, man, with his shit, man. You know what I mean? He just had issues with like Premier. You know what I mean? He had issues with what's his name? Search. Him and Search had little, you know what I'm saying?
I remember that. MC Search third base.
Yeah. So whether he was right or wrong, I just think that hurt his legacy. I think that's why a lot of people don't talk about him like they should. You know what I'm saying? Or they could. You know what I mean?
Right.
Rest in peace, Tony D. I got some joints from him too, some masterful joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to hear that, man. But back then it was just a time, man. It really made you you know, with all the music in the airwaves, man. WPRB, you know what I'm saying? Like I would tune in every Thursday night to listen to that shit, man, and just to hear pure hip hop and a lot of this shit was just niggas from around the way. You know what I'm saying? Different groups from around the way. It was like, it just made you really feel good to be from Trenton, man. Like to be from the town. It was just like, you know what I mean? It was just an exciting and fun time, man. And I really feel nostalgic right now having this convo with you and you giving me this opportunity, man, to share with the world this story, man. You know what I'm saying? How,
no, yo, man, this is my pleasure, man. I could go. They know.
I know.
If I get on the subject, I could go. PRB though, man, that was home base for us, man.
Yeah.
I used to listen to Plex and them. When I be home, I listen to Plex and them on the radio talking. I'm like, damn, how they get down there? I used to hear Wise on there. Like a lot of people don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like me and Wise was in a lot of the same spots coming up, man. He from North Trenton too. You know what I'm saying? So, we ran into each other a lot, but man, when they was at the radio station, like I used to be like, oh, how they get on there? I gotta get on there. You know what I'm saying? This cat named Tismo, you know what I mean? Used to be down there. Kid named Gusto, you know what I mean? Gusto, man. Gusto stayed down there, man. I used to be like, damn, Rafi, Jude.
DJ Jude. Shout out DJ Jude.
I used to be home listening to him like, yo, how they get down there? I got to get down there. And then when I understood that I could, eventually I wanted to make sure I had some type of material to have with me when I was there.
Right.
So the first joint they played on there was outstanding, man.
Yeah, man, I remember that. I know I got a tape somewhere. My brother got a tape somewhere that got that shit on it, man. For real.
Bro, I went crazy. I know exactly where I was when my aunt threw my street.
On the radio for the first time. What was the talk about that experience, man?
Man, that shit is so what's the word I'm looking for, man? But they say organic, ain't that the word? That's the best feeling in the world, man. You just
surreal, you know what I mean?
It's real, an out of body experience because you listening to yourself. Right. You listen to so many people and you be like, oh man, oh Kane, Rakim, like you know, these are the people that you know what I mean was the dudes that was on top at that time. So you listening to them on the radio, man, and then you hear yourself, you like, oh man, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You start wondering, I wonder who's listening. You know what I mean? You're like, I wonder who's listening to this. I wonder if they hear me up New York. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, cause that was the thing, man. Like to hear yourself on the radio, like nowadays, you know, the kids, you know, all you gotta do is put your little song on YouTube, put your song on SoundCloud. I think it's easier now for a person to get on. Like back then, like you really had to lay down the groundwork. You had to put in work. You had to really get known in your town. You had to be respected in your town. You know what I mean? For to really be official and really get on. Like you really had to put in work, man. And it was a lot harder, I feel, back then, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, a lot of people don't know. Like we was in a good position because of Scoop. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But if you get it too early without putting in no work, man, once you start getting into trouble, you're not going to know how to handle it. It's best for you to grind because you'll appreciate it more.
So when you say trouble as in what? Like financial trouble or what you mean?
Like, no, because you're not going to be popping. It's going to be a time when, you know what I mean, you really going to have to, like, you might luck up with your first record and be like, oh, man. You know what I'm saying? And that could take places to do a lot of things. Now, what happens when you got to come back around? You know what I mean?
Right.
Man, you got to be able to follow up. You know what I'm saying? If you don't follow up, you're just going to phase on out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you didn't really put a lot of hard work in, man. You might have knew somebody or whatever the case was, and, you know, you lucked up and caught something catchy, but you're going to have to follow up, man. It's going to be a time that's going to be able to determine whether you're really serious about your craft or not. You know what I'm saying? There's people that's tried to make records that stick for years and never made a record that stuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure indeed.
And you see a lot of people that's been grinding for years and years. Once they finally get to that record that stick, or they get to, you know, to the deal that they was expecting, they appreciate it more, man, and they take better care of it because they worked hard to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you gotta put the work in, man. it was a grind for us because we had to do shows in like hole in the wall spots.
I bet.
You know,
I bet.
we had
The chilling circuit.
yeah, chilling, man. We went to Staten Island one time.
Uh,
Woo. We went to Staten Island one time, Club 2000.
wow.
Me, Science, all. That's when Wu-Tang, yo, check what happened now to State. I'm knocking off a half a cake. That joint, when that joint was popping,
Yeah.
man. We had, we went, it was like, we was like 4 deep, 1 pistol in the
Man.
car.
Okay.
We had 1 pistol in the
Oh,
car,
geez,
man. Yeah, in Staten Island, bro.
All right. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Mercury from the Foursome D's, man. Remember the Foursome D's?
Yeah, yeah. Rest in peace, Mercury.
Rest in peace, Mercury. Mercury got us a show up there. You know what I mean? He liked our music, man. He said, "Yo,
Okay.
come up here, man. We was up there. Old Dirty just got shot, like not too long ago."
Remember
You
that?
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, we got there, man. The show, it was like some Spanish kids there. We got there early. There was some Spanish kids there. We was all walking around, like chilling, like, oh man, this is gonna be all right, man. You know, the show start like another 2 hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
chill out and shit. I chill out and shit in the corner. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna take a nap. Cause I ain't no late night dude, so I like to take a nap.
Okay.
I took a nap in the club. Woke up. My man like, yo, inspect the deck over there. I was like, where? Like, yeah. He was like, yo, Raekwon in here. I was like, what? Where? He showed it to. Next thing you know, bro, it ain't nothing but all black dudes. What happened to them Spanish kids? They got weeded out. All of this is just grimy Staten Island niggas. All this. I looked at Science and them was like, yo, we get on stage, but we got to, you know what I mean? Because these niggas ain't playing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That thing up, man. Word.
Yeah, we was like, yo, if anything happened, how we gonna get up out of here?
Right? Trying to plan your escape route.
Huh?
I said, you're trying to plan your escape route and shit.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, where the pistol at, man? We had a little 380 in the car.
So you ain't have it on you in the club?
No, hell no. We was in the car. We thought, man, we wasn't making it to that. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no. Hell no. Y'all off home, too.
Yeah, we wound up being all right, though. But, you know, those is the thoughts when you out of, like Usain playing them away games, man. When you go into other people's neighborhoods, man, you know what I mean? Going to Club 2000, I always say, is like going to Romeo's out North Trent.
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Romeo and Juliet.
Come to Romeo's and do a show and you from out of town. That's how it was. That's how we felt. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But once you get to where you got to go, you start remembering those spots like that you had to go and perform in front of a hostile crowd. Like, you know what I mean?
Make you sharper, though. Sharpen your sword, though.
Let me tell you what Chef said.
What he
Chef
said?
was cool. Chef said, y'all niggas that's getting on this mic tonight, because it was just more than us, y'all better know what y'all doing.
All right.
We take this shit serious around here.
All right.
I was like, oh man, look, man, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you gotta do that, man. You gotta go to these little hole in the wall cities, man. We go to Philly. I go to Philly, had like 4 or 5 carloads. You know what I mean? One time I took like 4 carloads up and the show was little kids.
Who booked that shit?
I don't know, but you know what I mean, yo, we got a little couple dollars for it, man. But you know, you just never could be sure, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, how little though? Like preschool or what? Kindergartners and shit? Like,
No, not that little. Not that little. I mean, they wasn't that little. They look like high school kids. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you know.
We did shows in Philly, man, where it's like, yo, man, ain't no exits. Like,
yeah. I bet, man.
Out the same way. No back door, no back entrance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, yo, next time I go up there, bro, I'm bringing as many niggas as I can, man. One time we got booked, we get there, came through deep, ice grilling through little kids.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shout out to Doc Nemo just joined Just joined
Yeah,
in.
Doc was at the show. Doc was at that show with us.
Okay.
I remember that show when we went up Philly.
All right.
Word up.
Good job. So you mentioned Big Ooh earlier, man. Talk about Big Ooh and y'all connection and all that for a sec.
I always say Big Ooh like an extension of us. You know what I'm saying? You know, Big Ooh represent Roger Gardens, Haverstack, you know what I mean? The projects, but he lived out north. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My man, Plex and Kareem, me and Plex always talk about working with younger artists, man, so they won't make the same mistakes that we made. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they came to me and they told me like, yo, we got one. You know what I'm saying? And it was Ooh. You know what I'm saying? I had a tape on them before. I always tell this too. I had a tape with Chrome, Ooh, 12, Haiti, Gold, Cos. It was a Dr. Z tape. You know what I mean? I had it in my crib. I don't know how I got it, and I was listening to them because there was a lot of young artists on there. And one thing I thought they was tough. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them was talking the same talk. So I used to be like, man, they all sound alike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They all talking the same talk. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when they brought Ooh to the crib, they was like, nah, he different. You know what I'm saying? I was like, word. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right. So when I heard him on the tape and shit, I was like, he got potential. He got a nice voice. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I say a nice voice, you know what I mean? You know, his clarity. You know what I mean? You can hear his words. You know what I mean? His pronunciation. You know what I mean? The power that he rhymed with, the confidence that he rhymed with, that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
listener.
yeah, he was a battle rapper at the time, though. You know what I mean? So I was listening to him. I was like, all right, you know what I mean? And then I listened to him one day, like nobody was there. I was listening to him, and I was like, oh, I ain't catch that. Oh, I ain't really catch that he said that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, this nigga nicer than I thought. You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, yo, man, I ain't know you said all that in that verse. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? So I was just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he started coming around the office that we was at on the corner of Bond Street. He was coming through there like every day on bike, you know what I'm saying? And he wound up living there, you know what I'm saying? Which was down the street from my aunt crib and around the corner from where my mom was. And yo, we just spent a lot of time together in that office, man. You know what I mean? Rhyming, like we had days where he'd do a mixtape, then we go to the studio, then we go to Philly, then we go, you know what I'm saying? Like we did that all in one day. We did like 5 things in one day. I think it's like, yeah, he was young and he was beat. You know what I'm saying? Like meaning that like he ain't complain not one bit. He was working.
All right.
You know what I mean? Do this verse real quick. Do this remix real quick. Go do this song real quick. Like, you know what I mean? All in the same day, man. We come home 4 o'clock in the morning. He like 16, 17. Like, yeah, I felt as though I had a full day. And you still see that work ethic with him. He beat, bro. You know what I'm saying? His work ethic is impeccable. Ain't nobody gonna outwork him, man. No mama mentality for real when it come to this, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the thing that really me and him really got cool about was how soulful he was. And if you listen to anything that he do, he always have like some singing in it, some soul going on in it. You know what I mean? He know his shit. And I was like, yo, I can't believe this young boy listening to this, man. We was listening to Roy Ayers.
That's my shit, yo.
Who 17 listen to Roy Ayers, bro?
Right, not many.
You know, during the time when niggas was busting their gun, he was out there with them type of dudes, and he was listening to Dorothy Moore. You know what I mean? Misty Blue. Blue. You know what I'm saying? He listen. I'm like, yo, we was listening to Billie Holiday, bro. Billie Holiday and Nina Simone. No, and I'm not just saying this. We was listening and studying, like, yo, you hear the concept of that, man? She's seeing strange fruit, man. Talk about bodies hanging from the tree. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talk Yeah, so we talking and we analyzing what they saying, and he just taking all of that in, man. I seen him ask a older gentleman, man. We was in Willenboro going to a record shop, and he heard this song playing from the Man Cadillac. Old man had the fedora on, you know what I mean? Old Cadillac, man. He walked up to the man before he got out the car and asked him the name of the song.
Mm.
The old man was thrilled to tell him. He looked at the CD case, told him, it's Dorothy Misty Blue. He said, Dorothy Moore. He was like, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Came back, and he was like, Dorothy Moore. Next time I went to the crib, he listening to the Dorothy Moore, Misty Blue. You know what I mean? So that's how we really, really connected on the music, man. Talking about music in depth, listening to the artists, you know what I'm saying? Trying to see what they see, you know what I'm saying? Trying to visualize the point they trying to make, man. Rick James.
Yeah.
Growing up in the ghetto, hanging out in the corners, chilling with dollars. We laughing. We was like, shit, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Rick James was on some street shit with his rhymes, y'all. Hell yeah.
And he was like, who had in the verse when he said, you know what I mean? He said, Teddy P play as I back out the driveway. Teddy P play as I back out the driveway.
Yeah.
I said, he's not lying. He telling you the truth. Man, he listening to Teddy P. You know what I'm saying? Word up, man. Yeah, so that's how we really connected. Our age group, we in different age groups, but the music brought us together, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once he got to a point where, you know what I'm saying, he started, you know what I'm saying, getting into recording himself, getting his own grind to the point where we couldn't really take him no further. We took him to like the 106 in Parks, the Freestyle Friday battles. We took him to that stuff when he was like 17, 18 years old, 19. Once he got to a certain age where the game changed, you know what I'm saying, it was getting more digital and computerized when the MySpaces and all of that came in, he blew past us, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We still kind of like advisors, like, you know, he still, you know, want our opinion and shit on shit, but you know what I mean? He's somewhere else with it right now, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's how we connected, though.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So yeah, like I said, man, I really, you know, I appreciate having you on this show tonight, man. I feel like I don't took in a lot of hip hop facts, a lot of hip hop history from the town, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I appreciate you taking the time out to do this with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward, man, you got any? Do you have anything, or Big Oo got anything that we need to check for coming out?
Well, I got a lot of unreleased material that people asking me about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and gather that up, man, and see what I could do with it. You know what I'm saying? To the people who want to hear it.
I would love to hear that shit, man. For real.
That's what a lot of people saying, man. I ain't do a record in 30 years, but a lot of people, you know, I'm getting DMs and everything about it. So, you know what I mean? I'm trying to put that together. You know what I'm saying? And you know, as far as, you know, Big Oo's concerned, man, God Talk coming soon. You know what it is, man. Yeah. Everybody check Slick out, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be on your show too, right? Pretty soon.
Yeah, hopefully next week, man. I want him to come on next week, man. We talked about it, so yeah, I want him next week to follow up after Big Ump. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
shout out to Glow Glizzy, man. My man Lance. You know what I mean? He just joined in, man.
That's my heart right there.
Right. He's he like how you describe how you and Oo used to like listen to old records and listen to music and shit like that. That's how me and Lance was back in the day, man. You know, me and him used to listen to the records. We used to fucking write down the lyrics and we used to read the credits and and I never like he was a dude that he had that passion. Like he just showed me like he just had that real passion for hip hop, man. He caught that hip hop bug early and just passed it on my brother, man. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, I know he would go out there on the boulevard and fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? And then he would come back across the bridge and bring that shit back to me and my brother. Like, yo, man, like I said, man, that's my dude right there.
His grandma lived across the street from me, man. His grandma and my mom is very close friends, very good. We all grew up in the same community. You know what I'm saying? I remember when he came to Pittsburgh. He in Pittsburgh, still a fan for real. He ain't front.
Okay. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
He came from Pittsburgh. True.
Yeah, he came from Pittsburgh, man. You know what I'm saying? Like his family was from Trenton, but he used to live in Pittsburgh. He came with the Pittsburgh Pirate hats.
I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. He real with it. So
back down with my homeboy and shit.
Man. So he used to come over my crib, man. 8:30 in the morning so we could play catch, man, and we listened to the radio. We had a radio on my window. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you, man, he'll come through, knock on the door, like, yo, we want to play catch. We play baseball all day. We play catch all day, early in the morning. Put the radio in the window. He throw a tape in, he recorded last night. He's a junkie for real. We was just listening as fans. We wasn't arguing, man. I mean, we wasn't artists. We was just fans, you know what I'm saying? I eat a bowl of cereal, put the bowl behind the door, and we just play catch, listening to whatever he recorded the night before, man. It started turning into a battle who got the music first. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But your taste was everything back then. Your taste, you know what I mean? You had to have a fresh tape back in the day, man.
It was all about who had something first. I was telling my cousin, Original, I was like, I used to chase certain niggas for songs. Like Lance. I used to chase Lance for a song. He had a song that I ain't have, and he wasn't playing it on the radio that much. Yo, let me record that, man. When you gonna let me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You had to go find them, and you know what I mean? And see if they let you, have it on tape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or else you gotta wait till it come on the radio. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he played a big part. He played a big part in our fandom, man. As far as the music was concerned, we used to listen to Kool Keith. We was big.
Oh yeah, Ocean Man. Yeah, I got a band. Sam is on trombone.
Back-to-back notes. Get with it. Take off your coat. Meditate. Yeah. Let your brain compel. Just think. That's the beat excel. Yo, we used to listen to that.
Yeah, no doubt.
I seen Kool Keith at the seminar. Kool Keith just said, yo, you're looking at the greatest MC in the whole entire world.
Wow.
Ain't nobody say they was the greatest in the world before.
Wow.
And he meant it. And I believe it.
He's still doing shit. He's an ill dude, man. Kool Keith. I fuck with Kool Keith.
And Kool Keith was so advanced, man. You was thinking that he wasn't making sense, but when you listen to him, he made perfect sense.
Oh yeah, yeah. He had the ill scientifical shit before Keith Murray, before any nigga that was using big words. Kool Keith was that dude for that.
Kool Keith was that dude, man. So shout out to my man Glow, man. I love you, man.
Word up. Bro right there. Bro right there. I mean. So yo, Out, man, where can people find you, man, if they want to look for you on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you know what I mean? What's your handle, bro?
The Boulevard Mossy 682, DA_ Boulevard _ Mossy _ 682. The Boulevard Mossy, man. Hit me up. You know what I mean? Word up. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to keep the brand alive. I really didn't expect, you know what I mean, a lot of people to start tuning in and start asking me about music. I just did it. You know, I didn't know what my handle was going to be. I was like, man, this is my brand. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just go under that handle. And, yo, it's really working for me, man. I got business opportunities under this shit. I was like, yo, this shit crazy. I wasn't even expecting that. Like, you know what I mean?
Because I still feel like it's an audience, you know what I'm saying? Even though your crowd, everybody is older now, but I still want to hear that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the new shit is cool, but I still want to hear that music from the 90s. That's so, because it's so nostalgic, and it's just so much. I just feel like it's a lot more. I don't know. It's more dear to me. You know what I mean?
And people feel the same way you do, man. And I realize that I do not take that for granted. You know what I mean?
Word. Come back. If you can get that money, man, and get that bread, you had a hit song back in the day. Yo, why not go out there on the road, man, with I think they call them legend tours now. But they ain't just doing tours right now because of COVID. But, you know, when the shit gets to jumping again, man, word, man, why not get on a tour like that and do your thing again, man? Shit, I'll pay to come see y'all. Word up, man.
Man, I appreciate that, man.
And I want you to know that you got a home on the Oddcast podcast, man. Like I said, anything you got going on, anytime you want to come on, man, and chop it up, man, like I said, out, man. You got a seat on the couch up in here, legend. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that, bro. Thanks for your time, man.
Yeah, hey, I thank you for your time, man. You know what I mean? So I want to thank everybody for watching. You know what I mean? I want to continue to follow us, man. The Oddcast podcast. Check this video also on YouTube. Check us out. The YouTube channel is New Tech Presents the Oddcast podcast. You know what I mean? Like our videos, leave a comment. And continue to look for dope content, man, like dudes like this, man, you know what I mean? Continue to support our 90s hip-hop heroes, especially our local hometown heroes, you know what I mean, and legends, you know what I'm saying? So I'm signing out, man. Uncle out, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's great having you, man. I believe in giving people their flowers while they're here, like, you know what I mean? Like how Drink Champs say, give them their flowers while they can still smell them. I believe in that. And hopefully I did that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I salute you, dog.
Salute. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, anytime. All right, y'all. Oddcast podcast. We out, y'all. Peace.
Peace, Miss Thelma.